Thank you for joining me. On today's episode of Bible Blueprint of the Old Testament, we are looking at the book of Hosea. Now, Hosea is 28th in order of the Old Testament. There are 14 chapters in the book, and the type of book it is a prophecy, and it's a minor book. An overview on the book of Hosea. Hosea was the only prophet from the northern kingdom of Israel to have a written record. The Lord commanded Hosea to marry a harlot, and God used this as a symbol of his relationship with his covenant people. This fueled the prophet to understand God's feelings about Israel's unfaithfulness and his promise of redemption. Now, the book of Hosea was written between 750 to 710 BC. The time period covered 750 to 6 BC, and the author is Hosea the prophet. Now, there are 4 sections to the book of Hosea. Number 1, marriage to an adulterous woman. We see this in chapters 1 through 3. God asks Hosea to marry the adulterous woman Gomer, then guides him to redeem and forgive her. Section 2, God speaks to Israel and Judah. We see this in chapters 4 through 7. Hosea outlines the charges against Israel from lying to murder. Specifically, he emphasizes the sins of Ephraim, Samaria, and Judah for legalism instead of love. Section 3. Assyria named an assailant. We see this in chapters 8 through 11. Hosea prophesies of the approaching Assyrian invasion. Hosea gives vivid details of sins and judgment, and finally names Assyria as the impending attacker. Section 4, warning to Ephraim. We see this in chapters 12 through 14. Hosea warns Ephraim against focusing on politics and other nations instead of worshiping and listening for God. He then reminds the people to repent. All right, that brings us to the end of our overview on the book of Hosea. That's all for now. God bless.